Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Travel Buyers. In our previous vlog, we were in Troy and now we are heading to the next destination. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. After Troy, we headed to this small village which was between Troy and Izmir. Now, this particular village is a Shia village. Shia village is a caste of Muslim which is different from Sunni Muslims. So their way of eating, dressing is very different. So we came to their house to see how they live, what they cook, and we ate traditional food from their house as well. If you see, their house is very like brick, and the soup and the food was very different to food we were eating so far. Do you see the lanes and do you see their houses? It's typical small town house where we went to see and experience. And after we had their food, we had a drive to Izmir. So we have checked in Kaya Izmir. Kaya Izmir is a beautiful hotel and resort known for its spa. So if on the journey, if you want to have spa or take the experience of hammam, this is one of the place where I had an experience and it was really nice and was very cheap, and not really cheap but very reasonable. But the hotel itself was very beautiful. Food over here was also very nice. Will definitely recommend to eat hotel food here. Now let's head to the room and see how the rooms are.
Aylarca seni bekledim. Gittin sen hala gelmedin. Söz verdin döneceksin ya. Zaman geçti gelmedin ya.
Okay, I'm not always lucky with the view. I have a view for parking, but it's okay, it's not too bad.
The next day.
We woke up and now we are heading to Ephesus, the house of Virgin Mary.
Nerede kaldın ey güzel yar? Aylarca sen.
For a lot of people, this place is very important. It's called Ephesus, House of Virgin Mary. So this is where Virgin Mary stayed after she lost Jesus Christ. She came back here and she lived rest of her life here. We are not allowed to shoot inside, but this was a house which is now turned into a church, and they also do mass every weekend over here, so you can sit outside and do that as well. People do take some water. They do consider it as a holy water and take it with them. If you don't have a bottle, they even provide it in one of the souvenir shop there. But this is one of the most holy place for a lot of Christians in this particular area, and people do come to visit because it does put a lot of importance in their religion. After you finish that and when you head down, I saw this such a beautiful thing, such a beautiful wall. People were writing their wishes and keeping it over there, hoping that it will come true. So it was such a beautiful thing to see. A lot of people must have left their wishes over here, and I hope they all come true.
Beni düşündüm, gözlerim sen.
So after that, we headed to Carpet Factory. So this is the place where original carpets are made. Turkey is also famous for carpets. So we went to one of the factory to buy one, and we really saw real silk carpet. So if you ever want to buy, these are the places where original carpet is made, and you can order online if you like. So here we're going to see how silk is made. So there are silk cocoons which are soaked. These are real silk cocoons, and they take it out and you'll see those worms dead in there. They do kill them before they turn into a butterfly because they do need those silk cocoons. They make sure that they even keep some of them so they survive. They soak it in that warm water, and then next procedure you'll see them doing it. So once the cocoon is in the warm water, she puts that brush and tries to take out that silk thread. This is how silk is made, and now she's gonna put it on the wheel, and that's how the silk thread are made. So interesting. I've never seen this before. It's so beautifully done. A lot of hard work behind it.
Join them together around the bobbin and the wheels. So she turns the wheels and you start to unravel. You look at here, this one. See that? So the length of the fiber about a mile. But if you join 60, 70 of them together, that means 70 miles fiber, but again you get 1 mile as a result because you get the thickness of it. If you want more thicker than that, you join more cocoons together.
After that, it's converted into carpet and
And the
then it's
pattern
colored
design
and
like
it's
this.
weaved. This is how they weave the
Designs are,
carpets.
most
So
of
they
them are
put design
traditional
on top
designs from different
and
regions,
the artists follow
different
the
tribes.
design and make these
And
carpets.
depending on the production line, what size we need, what color we need, we talk to the weavers and we decide what about the colors and the design. So our designers, finishes this and then give them to the weaver. For example, this one is going to be this pattern. You see that, still doing this. And these are the colors that she's going to use. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 12 colors. So this carpet is going to be with the 12 different colors. They are given like this. And she is looking at the pattern here. Look at down and she just cuts it. One more time, please. Yes. So she does it one by one. After she finishes that, with the special scissors, she just cuts, the extensions of them to get the pile even like this. See? So that's the way how you keep the pile even. You want to try that?
Aylarca seni bekledim. Gittin
Turkey
sen
is one of the biggest exporter of carpets, and these carpets are made here. After having some snack, we headed to Ephesus, one of the oldest city in the world, about 400 BC or maybe old. And this city, it was so beautifully constructed that you would not believe even 400 BC away, it was so well maintained. Do you see those pipes? Those were found underground in the city. Imagine 400 BC ago, they were pipes. They even had a system to make sure sewage system and all the other drainage system, which was very shocking. Imagine that time ago, they having such planned city was one of the most shocking thing revealing by archaeologists. We headed in, we saw these big pillars. They were beautiful, they were tall, and even made of this different kind of stone that I've not seen very easily anywhere. It sort of felt like marble, but it wasn't even marble, but has been there for so long. They were destroyed a little bit, but obviously after so many years of surviving, there is definitely damages and things after they found out. Even the carvings on those carpets were beautiful, and of course our lovely cats, they were everywhere. We headed in, we saw the entire city. Even the walkway was beautiful. It was stoned. It felt like an British era or old age era that we were in, and we saw literally the entire city, like how they had entrance, they had separate jail area, they had places where they had discussions, market. You can literally see everything there. So you can actually imagine even that long ago they had such civilized way of living.
hala gelmedi. Söz verdin döneceksin ya. Zaman geçti gelmedin ya. Nerede kaldın ey güzel ya. Aylarca seni düşündüm. Gözlerim seni
Well, they say this was the playing area for kids because apparently a lot of toys were found in this area. And if you go closer, you'll see there were colors on those ceramic tiles, which is again shocking. Long time ago, there were ceramic colors on the tiles. So imagine they had that kind of art and technology even back then, which was beautiful and still there. It still exists. Imagine how original and how strong the work was. But they found some cute toys here, and that's where they realized that kids used to come out and play here, and this should be their area. Then we headed in, we saw the area. There were so many beautiful places to go in, but one of the most funny was this one. These were their toilets, and apparently they were open. They even had drainage system there, but they discovered that a lot of political and important decisions were made here because people would go in there, sit in there, and discuss. Quite disgusting. But then we headed to the famous library, one of the famous place in Turkey. When you go to Ephesus, you have to go here. It was so beautiful. Actually, this is just a library. It was tall, it was beautiful. One of the most contained structure. A lot of statues had a lot of missing faces, and you'll know where they went because they all were destroyed after a point. A lot of people didn't want it. Statue idolization, and they tried to break it, and that's why they were broken into pieces. But that beautiful view, that color, that culture was so pretty. Like, I enjoyed every bit of it. And even the inside part was their library, where they were full of books at one point of time, and you can see the structure is so tall. So imagine making that structure was so beautiful. That was the entrance gate, and now we are heading to the other part. And one of the most beautiful things that you'll see in this area, you should head a little bit ahead and see it, and it is still used by Turkey at the moment itself for their current functions or events as well, was this amphitheater. So it's right now also used for any important function, and still people come here to actually listen to any events which is there. And it was structured in such a way, if you stand right in the middle, everyone can hear it. Right now it's under construction, but very beautiful. People would walk from here and go all the way to the amphitheater. After that, we headed to the museum, Emphasis Museum, which is not too far, like about 10 minutes drive. This is where every single structure which was fallen down and found was stored. So if you come here, you can actually relate that all those statues and things that was missing is right here. And one most important statue that was found, which was kept here, was the statue of Motherland. So maybe in that time is what they believed, that they were prayed, and that's why that particular statue was very important. We'll head there as well, but while we go, we'll see all these other structures as well.
Sözlerin kalbimde saklı. Neden gelmedin güzel yar? Nerede kaldın ey güzel yar? Bu yar 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 güzel yar. At kolların boy.
If you see these statues, you'll notice the noses are broken because they were thrown up on the face. The nose part was the first part that was touched the ground, and hence they were broken. So that shows the proof that why these statues were on the ground when it was found was because of this reason.
Olmasa o yar 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 güzel yar. Az kolların boynuma sar. Gürbet elde geçti ömrüm. Ne yaz gördüm ne bir bahar. Ne yaz gördüm ne bir bahar.
And this is the biggest statue that was found and was important, was their ideal for the god they used to pray was Mother Earth. They used to consider her as Mother Earth. If you see also, it contains all the elements of the earth, and they used to pray it back then. After the museum, we headed to the last place that we were supposed to go, was the leather factory. Did you know that Turkey is also famous for leather factory, and a lot of big brands get their leather from here. So the leather is so soft and so strong that even if you try to tear it apart, you can't. That's how good quality Turkey has for leathers. If you want to buy, you can definitely buy it from here. One of the places to come to shop in Turkey is leather as well. So carpet, leather, tea, crockery, so many things Turkey can produce. I cannot explain, but very good quality, and you should have it on your list if you wish to buy any leather.
Goat skin, deer skin, etc., etc. But in our company, we use only two types of skin, which is lamb and sheepskin. The reason for that, compared to the other type of skin, is simply much more lighter in the weight. It's much more soft, but more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, extremely flexible. Which means no deformation is easily possible, and therefore a very long-lasting type of skin by nature. But it is a grown-up one. Now, because of this age difference, there will be also quality difference even between lamb and sheepskin. If you touch, you can feel it right away. This one, the black one, is lamb skin, and the green one is sheepskin. This is you.
After the factory visit, we headed to Pamukkale, and that was the end of our day. We spent 2 days in Izmir, and now we're gonna be in Pamukkale, which is another adventure. So that will be in the next vlog. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. That do encourages me. Thank you so much for watching.